So now that our new clock-in station is all set up, I want to take a look at how we can view and manage our employees' hours. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click on time and attendance, and then I'm going to click on review time. So now we're going to be presented with our timesheet editor, and I'm going to put in a date range from January 11th to January 25th. And then I'm going to click on Retrieve Summary. So right now, this is showing all the clock hours between that date range for all of the employees. If I wanted to, I can click this drop down and choose a specific employee to look at their hours. But for right now, I'm just going to do all the employees. If we were to click on a specific date, we can see a little bit more information about that date. So let's click on the 22nd. And now I can see who clocked in on that day and their time in and their time out. And I can also filter by specific employee up here. Now let's click on this little green edit button. Now here I can see the clocked in date and the clocked out date. Both of those I could edit. And the clocked in time and clocked out time. Both of those I can edit as well. So if an employee ever makes a mistake on their clock in hours, the administrator is able to go ahead and change those times to reflect the correct ones. Now, do you see this little blue speech bubble right under info? What this means is that the user wrote in a note themselves using one of their clock-in stations. So we can actually see that note. We can't edit it at all, but we can see it. And they say they forgot to clock out for lunch from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. So let's go ahead and show how we can add a lunch for this employee. I'm going to go ahead and click on Add Break. And say OK. And now I'm going to click on this green plus sign under Edit. And then I'm going to click right under it. This is the event right here. So I'm going to click on it. And again, I have the date of the event, which I could change. And let's go ahead and change the time from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. And this is also going to be a lunch. So we're going to change the event type to a lunch. And now we're going to hit update. And now we can see that the time in for the lunch is 2 and the time out was 3. And let's go ahead and update our note for the admin saying no. And bam. So now there is a record of Carolina asking us to add in a lunch break from 2 to 3 p.m. And there's our confirmation note here saying that we made that change for her. So there's always going to be a trail going on of what changes are made. So an employee doesn't come up and say, hey, why are these changes happening? Now, the last thing I want to take a look at is this printable summary. Let's go ahead and click on that. And what this is going to load is a nice, easy to read format of all the employees' clock-ins for that date range that we requested. So if we look at Timothy Alvarez, for the week from the 18th to the 24th, he only worked one day on the 21st, and he worked for 9 hours and 21 minutes. And now from there, you can see the regular pay, the overtime, double time, if there were any breaks, what the range of those breaks were. And that's about it. So now all that's left to go over is to go over how we actually use these times to pay our employees.